Alright, today I'm going to be finally planting out the bare root gooseberries that I've got. So I've got 7 plants, 2 different types. So I've got 4 Invicta, I think they're called, which is a green gooseberry. And then I've got 3 of the, I don't quite know how to say it, Hinamaki or Hinamaki red. So the first thing I need to do is go out into the field where I'm going to plant them and figure out exactly where they're going to go. So we'll go and do that now, then we'll come back. I think we'll take the scythe with us so that we can cut the grass where we're going to cut it, and then come back, get the plants, get some wood chip, get some cardboard to go around them, and head back out. Okay, so I'm going to plant the gooseberries just behind me over here. You can see just over there where this wood chip is, that's where my mulberry tree is, the little mulberry tree. So I'm going to put 3 of the red Hinamaki ones here, and then I'll probably plant the green gooseberries further along over there where I'm planting, where I'm planning to plant my pear trees when they come. To be honest, now that I'm out here though, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to do the job because the ground is incredibly wet. The grass is just full of water, so I don't know what it's going to be like to scythe the grass, and I also don't know what it's going to be like, because this is clay, to actually be walking on it and trying to dig holes for the plants. But yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed. So the way I'm scything now is not really the way you're supposed to scythe, but this is the only way I've figured out to be able to do it on this grass, because this is a whole year's worth of growth that has fallen over and continued growing, and it's just a tangled mess. So you're supposed to scythe in this way, where you're making big sort of, they're semicircles, so like once you've made the shape, it's like a new moon, you know, new moon shape, and that's how you're supposed to do it. And you're supposed to keep moving forward by tiny increments, and you create a path of beautiful cut grass. But with the way it is at the moment, I just can't do that. So I do it in this patchy way that looks really ridiculous, but at least it gets the grass cut, because if I try to do it the way it's supposed to be done, the blade just gets stuck right at the beginning of the sweep. All right, I've got 3 patches cut now, so 1 on the side of me here, 1 on the side of me here, and 1 just behind me there. So I think I'm ready to start planting. Can you see how much water there is? So I dug this hole, I went over there, got the plant, came back, and look how much water is in the hole. So there's obviously a lot of water in the land. Right, that's the last one. Oh, this is so sticky. Let's go and get the wood chip. Now I've got to go into the Dutch barn and get some cardboard boxes. These have all got sellotape on them, so before I do anything else I have to take this all off. Oh, that took ages, and I don't even know if this is going to be enough boxes. I tell you what, it's times like this when I actually miss my allotment. There, if I had to lug something around, it might have been, you know, 10 meters. Here it's 100 meters, 200 meters, 300 meters. And something that feels so light when you start off gets so heavy by the time you've walked through half a field, you know. Oh, but I'm not complaining. I love it, I love it. As you can see, what I do here is I put a layer of cardboard down around the plant, then put the wood chip on top, and then I put this halo of cut grass around the edge of the wood chip. So the idea of that is that everything that's around, all the grass that's not covered with the wood chip, is kept in check by the grass halo. And then I'll carry on adding to that as the year progresses. So that has two jobs really. It puts nutrients into the soil as the grass breaks down, but also it allows the gooseberry plant to establish without the competition of the grass trying to compete with it. I've just put wood chip around the second bush, but I don't think I'm going to do the third one because the ground is getting muddier and muddier. I don't want to compact it too much, you know. It's clay soil, and the more you compact it, the worse it gets, isn't it? And it's just getting sloshier and sloshier because I'm going back and forth and then walking around. But I need to cut some more grass because all the grass that I cut previously for those 3 patches I've used for the halo on the first one, so I'm going to cut some more grass to put around the second one, and then I think I'm going to go. So I'm not even going to do the other 4, the green gooseberries today. I don't think. The ground needs to dry out. Just need to give it a sharpen though, because when I was doing it, it just wasn't cutting as well. So anyway, I'm going to get on with that, and then I'll probably catch you tomorrow. Let's see what the weather's like tomorrow. It's probably not going to be drier, but at least I'll be able to decide exactly where they're going and cut the grass, and then maybe the next day, once the ground has had a bit of a rest, I can plant them or whatever, you know, rather than trying to do everything in one go. I'll do it in increments. It's probably a more of a sensible idea. Yeah. The plants have come, so my trees and the bare root hedging and all that, they've come. Let's have a look. So that's some hedging and trees. These are the fruit trees. You cannot get a full idea of how big they are. Hang on. Can you see? Some of them are taller than me. I'm surprised at how big they are. But I'm happy, you know. I'm not complaining. I'm happy about that. But keeping in mind that obviously this does include the roots. So once it's planted, it'll probably be much shorter. Anyway, so yeah, that's them. And then there's some more hedging over here, so I need to take those all out and make sure that they're all present and accounted for, and then I'm going to have a think about which ones I need to start planting first. I don't know where to put them all, because there's so many of them. I don't know where to put them until they're planted, you know. I can't just leave them hanging about. But anyway, I'm going to go inside. I need to warm up actually because it's so cold out here. I didn't realise how cold it was. I think I've got my bottoms on, but I need to, you know, like put maybe that long, it's a shirt, but it goes right down to my knees, so I find that it keeps my upper legs and my bum warm. So I'm going to go and find one of those and put that on, and then maybe come back out. Okay, I have unpacked everything and split them up into their respective types. So these 2 over here are the pear trees, these 3 are the apple trees, and these 4 over here are the cherry trees. One of the apples, well, 2 of them are quite little compared to everything else. Not little, I mean, I'm still happy with them, but if you look at the cherries are really big. But I suppose they do grow to be bigger in the long run, so it makes sense that they'd be bigger. So these are the nut trees, so they're sweet chestnut and walnut. These are the other trees, so I've got This one's absolutely tiny though. It's barely a twig. So that's red maple. This one is, oh yeah, that's the broad-leaved tilia. This one is a deciduous larch. And this one over here is horse chestnut. And then all of this over here, those are the remainder of the hedging plants. One other thing that I got for the hedging was this over here, which is a cornelian plum. But they're absolutely massive. There are 2 plants here and they're so big that I thought I might actually plant them separately and not put them in the hedge. They can grow up to 6 metres. I probably wouldn't let them grow that tall, but they make these lovely sort of weird little, no, not cornelian plum, I think cornelian cherry, one or the other, I'll double check. They've got like a teardrop shaped fruit. And they also like damp soil, so I think I'm going to take advantage of that and plant them in some of the boggier areas. And then yeah, this is a purple Burberry. This one's purple dogwood. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that colour. And yeah, there's a few other things. All of these are specimen type things that some of them can go in hedging, but I wanted to just get the one and grow it by itself. So this one's the only one I'm a little bit concerned about. I only ordered one, they sent me 2, and I think it's because they're both damaged. So this one, you can see there's quite a chunk out of, I don't know how that's happened. Obviously when they've pulled it out, they've sliced too much into it, so they sent it anyway. But then they sent this other one which is been cut off. I would have preferred if they had just sent me one that wasn't damaged, but anyway, it's fine. And then yeah, so there's like a wayfaring tree, there's a thorny olive in there, different things. So I'm going to wrap these back up in their respective bags, see how much I can get planted out today. Tomorrow I'm at a tree identification workshop, and then Monday is a really busy day as well. So whatever I don't get done today, I'm going to try to maybe fill the bags that they're in with compost, just so that they've got something around their roots. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to show you. So Isabel, these are my the tilia, the lime trees. So just to give you, I put them against the car to give you an idea. So that's the roots until about there where the tag is, and then that's how tall they are. I'll step back a bit just to give you an idea. So Isabel over at my Wild Welsh Garden has also bought a tilia, and she's I think, Isabel, I can't remember, did you plant this in your tiny forest or have you planted it separately? So yeah, it'll be interesting for us to compare notes over how ours do, because I think your one was from the Woodland Trust, wasn't it? And it's a cell-grown tree, whereas this is a bare root, so it's been ripped out of the ground and it's had its roots damaged. I mean, I'll show you some of these roots so you can see they look awful. Obviously the bare roots are ripped out, aren't they? And the roots are snapped, whereas something that's cell-grown won't have had its roots damaged or anything like that. And I would imagine that overall it would allow for a healthier plant than the bare roots. I don't know. But anyway, let me show you some of these. So if we look at this one, for example, can you see that, you know, the roots have just been cut off or broken off? And this one as well. There was one that was particularly little. Where was it? Let's go around over here. Okay, so if we look at the horse chestnut, the walnuts, look at that root mass. That's brilliant. But then if we look at this one, you can see that root has been snapped off, and it's quite little. And really, that would have gone really this one here. Hang on. This one here would have gone really deep into the ground to allow the tree to be anchored in. What one's that? Yeah, that's the broad-leaved lime. So, you know, that's a real shame But anyway, one second, the neighbour's dog is here. Polly, where are you? Excuse all the mess. I can hear her trotting around. She just walked past me. There she is. Look at her, the little devil. Polly, what are you doing here? Hey? What are you doing here? She's looking for food. Anyway, yeah, so I better get on with sorting these out and get out there and do some planting. Luckily, it's a beautiful day today. But yeah, while I've been sorting them, I've watered the roots a couple of times just to keep them wet so they don't dry out. So yeah, I'm going to wrap them up in plastic and get out there. Okay, it's 5 hours later. I've done all the hedging plants. I've got some left over though, so I don't know if I mentioned before, I don't think I did, that the company accidentally sent me 5 extra copper beech. So I've got those and 2 cherry plums because I ordered a few extra cherry plums because I realised I didn't have enough, so I ordered 10 extra. I didn't need all 10 of them. Anyway, so hang on, let me show you. I've just put them in this pot with the other 2. That's the last elder. There's a wild cherry tree, I think, and one of the yellow dogwoods that I still haven't planted out from my previous order. So I'm gonna go inside now and have a cup of tea. My back is absolutely in half. It's so painful. That was much harder than doing the previous order that I got, because the roots, there were a lot more roots. There was a lot of them, well, some of them needed a huge hole. And whereas what I had been doing before was I would just, for most of the plants, I could just stick the spade in, wiggle it around and try and make a nice little slit in the ground, and then I could just slip the root in of the plant. But obviously with this one, it wasn't just to stick with a few bits off of it. It was, you know, like a proper root system. So yeah, because the soil is clay, it's so heavy. Oh, I'm knackered and I probably look, yeah, oh, I can see myself. I do look a fright. Oh, look at this. It's very cold, so I'm all red. So yeah, anyway, I'm going inside now and I won't see you tomorrow. Well, you won't know when it is. Probably Monday, maybe even Tuesday. Oh God, no, I've got a few really busy days coming up. Tomorrow's my tree workshop. Monday I've got my Welsh course, and then I'll have some time on Monday afternoon, and then Tuesday I'm out all day. Okay. I'm gonna have to have a think about. It's really good that it's getting lighter. I mean, it's 5 o'clock now. It's getting dark later, so it's staying, oh, I'm too tired to speak coherently. Anyway, look, I'm going inside. All I'm trying to say is I'm glad that there's more daylight to work with in the evenings now. Even if it's just half an hour or 45 minutes, it makes a big difference, you know? Anyway,